What is up? It's me again. It's been 10 seconds. I don't know the order these are going to get uploaded in, but I'm recording these all back to back. Ooh. Dog. Tooth. Ugh. This movie was disturbing. You know how if you have like some body issues already, body horror hits a little different? I don't know. All of those killer AI movies are probably weird for everyone who's now married to ChatGPT. Dogtooth is kind of like that, but if you ever knew one of those weird homeschool kids. It's kind of like having an emergency amputation and then immediately watching The Shrouds with your AI girlfriend. Dogtooth, or kynodontas in Greek, is a movie directed by Yorgos, the Greek goat lanthimos, who in my opinion started a startling trend of Greek people making banger horror movies. He's had a lot of success with movies like The Favorite and recently Begonia, but my man Yorgos has literally explored every fucking genre at this point. The Killing of a Sacred Deer is another hood classic banger featuring Mother herself, Nicole Kidman. I actually saw it before Dogtooth and wrongly assumed it'd be my favorite, but actually Dogtooth was extremely more chilling and genuinely has been haunting the fuck out of my narrative since I saw it. Lanthimos is always going for the lanthimos and goes genuinely balls to the walls with this movie. It genuinely had, I think, the most disturbing sex scene I've ever seen in my life. This movie might be a drama or a satire or some sort of black comedy. I genuinely don't fucking know. But to me, it's horror because of the insane distress and discomfort I felt, and this movie was good at it. At its core, Dogtooth is about the extremes that an abusive parent will go to in pursuit of controlling their children. It's about the control that societal gender expectations have on a nuclear family, and the terrifying implications when that's taken to extremes. It's disturbing to see these young adults genuinely feel like little kids, and it's terrifying seeing the ramifications of never letting a person develop enough agency to ever be able to be accountable to themselves for anything. I'm not joking, this movie genuinely shook me up and not in a good way. I famously don't like slow movies unless they're good. We do get some crazy fucking shit go down in this movie. There's all types of disgusting and crazy fucking shit. But it's not as constant as you'd think. I didn't have any issues with the pacing. I locked the fuck in the whole time trying to figure out who's going to do what next and trying to figure out everyone's relationships to each other and true motivations or thoughts. The kids have such strict expectations about how to act and talk that it's really hard to tell what's going on in the characters' heads. The actors do an amazing job of showing how anxious they are about appearing a certain way for their parents, but having their inner emotions and thoughts still be part of the performance. Actually, fucking fantastic acting. Because you can constantly tell the kids are terrified of getting caught for every little thing. They're in this constant state of fear and anxiety that never really seems to end. It's bizarre, but they play it so normal. This movie's good. I think the patriarchy is rightfully directly unblast here because straight up the movie and absurd premise aside, plenty of men are just like that for no reason, and it's disturbing to see how the brother is treated in a relationship to the sisters. It's also really fucking funny how at no moment did the brother ever seem excited during sex at all. Like not during his dick appointments, not during the only tubby scene to be worse than creep. It's almost like since the father has decided that young men must fuck and has put that gender expectation on the son, it's something that he will mindlessly do regardless of whether or not he even gets any pleasure from it. It's kind of reminiscent of the lottery, but instead of societal expectations, it's gender expectations, kind of an existential scream of why the fuck are we still doing this shit? The whole movie again really was questioning a lot of subliminal gender expectations that uphold a nuclear family and making you think whether any of it is worth it. Also, I was super shocked I like the ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but that last shot had me jump out of my bed and genuinely scream at the TV. For me, it wasn't anticlimactic. It wasn't as anticlimactic as it appears on paper, but genuinely another twisted layer of the horror. I think that Dogtooth exposes what the follow through would look like of the issues that face every nuclear family. The patriarchy is a bitch, and people really do be like that, and every parent will have that kind of shelter reflex, I think to an extent. It makes you want to examine the influence of gender expectations on yourself and the societal impact of certain gender roles. I don't know, this movie makes you want to think about stuff. What Dogtooth shows us is the terrifying worst case scenarios of little abusive, manipulative, and controlling behaviors that many parents may exhibit because they think they're doing what's best. I don't even think the parents in Dogtooth are necessarily malicious. They're just doing blindly what they think is right, following the gender roles and familial roles that they have. Watching this movie made me feel icky and gross. 10 out of 10 amazing.